Hello friends, welcome back. This is Nima, and here I am with a very quick, hopefully, video to show you something. Like, I was cleaning my drawers and I have a lot of old paper. Let's just break this up a little. And I found this. This is just the front cover, and it has all these pretty pictures of everything that is included. And you know how much I like to make these little books for painting or just little booklets. So I'm thinking that this is actually ideal to create one of those books. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one in here, and I'm going to trim one whole section. Actually, I can do two in here, and then I'm gonna put them together in a book. So let me cut these pieces and I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I got. I trimmed the bottom part. This was the very last one, and it seemed to be slightly smaller. It's not the same width, so I'm gonna use the other two. And for me, I mean, this one and this one, they're giving me the orientation because they're kind of directional. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna glue these two in here, this one and this one. Well, let's see. I'm going to use this one, yeah, this one and this one. So to attach this one, I'm going to cut one of these parts in here. These two, the first one and the last one, they're kind of slightly smaller. So I'm going to put this one under, so make sure that everything is very well secure. And the type of book that I'm going to make is like these books that I make for my watercolor paintings. But then instead of that, I'm going to make it like a little journal type of thing. So it might have a little painting, one of those smallest ones, and make this little tiny ones. I can put some of the little paintings in there, or I can put something small. I like to work with small things. So first thing that I need to do is attach this one to this one. And I'm going to add the glue to this part. My glue is not coming out, and then I remember that I have that. And again, need to make sure that the orientation is correct, because this one up and this flowers up in here. Okay. And once this is dry, I'm going to start folding this in an accordion type. And I should have in here, starting from this one, this is going to be the one attached to the front of the cover. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages, folded pages in there. So normally I make them with 5 or 6, so this is going to be a little larger than the ones that I make. As soon as this is completely dry, then I'm going to start folding, and I'll show you what I have. So this is all dry. To make it easier, just to fold in an easier way, I'm gonna score right in the middle. And I have this red line. And I'm just moving them to the line. So I match the top and the bottom. It makes it easier. I'm not really measuring anything in here. So once I finish doing all those core, I fold everything. Just make sure that you go over every single one on both sides. And this is gonna be the front, this is gonna be the spine. So these pages, they were not even. I fold on the space in between, and yeah, I got a few of them that they are a little shorter than the others, but I tried to push whatever was different more to the back, and that's gonna be covered, that part, and make it as even as possible on the front. And this is what we have. I like to add glue in between. And it's up to you, because if you want to keep it in a way that you can use both sides, then just add the cover and then keep the bag open. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue, not too much, just enough to keep things in place. And that's the way that I work with my little books, the watercolor journals that I have. And I'm gonna let this dry, and I put glue in the center. I have to make sure that it doesn't get out in any side or to the back, because you want to make sure that you can open your pages freely, but you want that to be completely glued. So I'm gonna put that in here and wait until it's dry. I'll be back. So here's the next step. Now that my pages are dry, make sure that none of the pages are sticking together. And we're gonna take a piece of cardboard. I'm using this chipboard in here that we're gonna cut slightly larger. And the important thing is that when you glue this in here, that this is gonna be, my book is gonna open this way. This is gonna be glued to the edge on the bottom. Well, I should say on the left hand side. So you can actually cut this one a little smaller. This is one that I have for my little books, or you can just keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna add the glue to the page, and I have these two loose pages in here, and those are the ones that they're gonna be glued to the cover. And make sure that on this side, that is the spine, is completely flush. Do the same for the other side. I have another one in here. And what I do is that I level them, making sure that they're even. So I still have the chance to move them around a little bit, like this one. I think I'm gonna move it, yes. All right. The idea is that your book can open, and then the covers don't hit each other when you open your book completely, right? So now we have to let it dry. I'm gonna put the clips in here, and we'll come back to decorate the book. Okay, so this book is dry. You can leave it like that, or you can cover the pages And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cover not the pages, the front and the back. And what I'm gonna do is that I cut 2 pieces. I'm gonna glue them right there, and then I'm gonna fold to the center to cover this line because it's not perfectly even. Just add a little bit of glue. And then I'm gonna put this as close as possible to the edge. Squeeze it up a little bit. And then just like you are doing a regular, covering a regular notebook, cut the edges. The only thing is that it's a little smaller, but it's the same thing that if you are working with a big size one, no? Well, it's a very, very small. I'll give you the measurements right away. Right, so I do have another piece to cover all this in here. And that piece, I cut that piece to be exactly that size. So I give you that nice finish in here, inside. Now, one way to know if you are okay in dimensions is when you open it in the middle, the center page, it will be completely flat, and these 2 covers, they don't overlap. They just touch each other without overlapping. In some of my other books, I used a complete page, and I went over like the border, from the border to that border, going over the spine. In this case, I'm gonna leave those spine open, and I'm gonna do the same on this side, and I'll be back. Okay, so I covered both sides, and I added the cover, the backing in here. So we just have to decorate a little bit this front. I'm gonna add a ribbon to tie this, and I have this ribbon in here. That's the one that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna leave a good amount in here so you can tie it. And about this in here, this is silk ribbon. It's very pretty. It has this little bit of a shiny thing, and I'm just gonna tie it on one side only. It will be on the front because I want it under the picture that I'm gonna add in here. So let's put a little bit of tape. This is double-sided tape. And I'm gonna lay my ribbon across in here. And I'm gonna put another piece of tape on top. Although all this is gonna be cover, I just want to make sure that it's completely secure. put two pieces in here, one on either side. And I have this piece that it will go on top. And maybe, yeah, let's put a little flower. I definitely have to trim the bottom. It's too long. And there's a little bee that I have in here. Well, it's big, she's huge, but that's fine. And this is a little book that you can decorate whatever way you want. It's gonna be like a journal book, so I cut some pockets in here. So I added some extra decoration, and this is the way that it came up. Le Petit journal, and we have a little flip notebook in here. Some pockets to add your little things. This is an old stamp. I have, in some of them, I have this little notes, folded notes. Got a poem in here, and if you get a magnifying glass, you can probably read it. And in some others, I just put like pictures or stamps. They're little folded notes. I have an empty pocket in there. I have to find something to put in there. Well, here is something else that I found. This kind of little book in here. Got another little note with the stamp. And there's a pictures, friend forever, keep calm and keep dreaming. And here is my book. I added a stamp, a friend stamp on the back. And with this ribbon, we can tie a little bow in here to keep it closed. And this is it. Well, I hope you like it, and hope you give it a chance and use all the papers that you might have around to create a little journal. And if you do so, please tag me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.